While X-Men Origins Wolverine got dissed big time by the critics later gave this film a little bit better praise and what have you, and it did much better as well. Now I hope for the best since my redo review of X-Men Origins Wolverine be out my original review bit. Let's hope for the best this one does good as well, much better than my original. So here's a redo review of the Wolverine.
Hey, Buck, this is Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews.
So greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name is Doyle, better known to you as the Big D, and this time around I bring to you a redo review of the 2013 superhero flick, The Wolverine, released by Fox and directed by James Mangold, from a screenplay written by Scott Frank and Mark Bombeck, based on the 1982 limited series Wolverine by Chris Claremont and Frank Miller. It's the sixth overall installment of the X-Men film series and the second installment in the trilogy of Wolverine films after X-Men Origins Wolverine and the spin-off slash sequel to X-Men The Last Stand. Featuring Hugh Jackman back as the titular character, along with Rila Fukushima, Tao Okamoto, Hiroyuki Sanada, Famke Janssen, and William Lee. Now, of course, this follows the events of following the events of X-Men: The Last Stand. Logan travels to Japan, where he engages an old acquaintance in a struggle that has lasting consequences. Stripped of his healing powers, Wolverine must battle deadly samurai while struggling with guilt over Jean Grey's death. Now, if you haven't seen my redo review of the first Wolverine film, click on that card and you can catch it if you might have missed it or if you want to see it again. Anyway, this film got a little bit better response from the critics, unlike its predecessor, but however, it did much better as well. Excuse me, everyone. In August of 1945, Logan is held in a Chinese POW camp near Nagasaki during the city's atomic bombing. Logan saves an officer named Ichiro Yoshida by shielding him from the blast. In the present day, Logan lives as a hermit in the Yukon, tormented by hallucinations of Jean Grey, whom he was forced to kill to save the world. He is located by Yukio, a mutant with the ability to foresee people's deaths, on behalf of Yoshida, now the CEO of a technology Zaibatsu. Yoshida, who is dying of cancer, wants Logan to accompany Yukio to Japan so that he may repay his life debt. In Tokyo, Logan meets Yoshida's son, Shingen, and granddaughter, Mariko. There, Yoshida offers to transfer Logan's healing abilities into his own body, thus saving Yoshida's life and alleviating Logan of his near immortality, which Logan views as a curse. Believing he is acting in his friend's best interest, Logan refuses and prepares to leave the following day. That night, Yoshida's physician, Dr. Green, poisons Logan while he sleeps, but Logan dismisses it as a dream. The next morning, Yukio informs Logan that Yoshida has died. At the funeral, the Yakuza attempts to kidnap Mariko, but Logan and Mariko escape together into the urban sprawl of Tokyo. Logan is shot and his wounds do not heal as quickly as they should. After fighting off more Yakuza, excuse me, I'm sorry. On a bullet train, Logan and Mariko hide in a local love hotel. Meanwhile, Yoshida's bodyguard Harada meets with Dr. Green, who, after demonstrating her mutant powers on him, demands he find Logan and Mariko. Logan and Mariko travel to Yoshida's house in Nagasaki, and the two slowly fall in love. Meanwhile, Yukio has a vision of Logan dying and goes to warn him, but before Yukio arrives, Mariko is captured by the Yakuza. After interrogating one of the kidnappers, Logan and Yukio confront Mariko's fiance, corrupt minister and justice Noboru Mori. Mori confesses that he conspired with Shingen to have the Yakuza kidnap Mariko because Ichiro left control of the company to Mariko and not Shingen. Mariko brought is brought before the Shingen at Yoshida's estate when ninjas led by Harada attack and whisk her away. Logan and Yukio arrive later and using Yoshida's X-ray machine discover a robotic parasite attached to Logan's heart. Suppressing his healing ability, Logan cuts himself open and extracts the device. During the operation, Shingen attacks, but Yukio holds him off long enough for Logan to recover and kill him. Logan follows Mariko's trail to the village of Yoshida's birth, where Harada's ninjas capture him. Logan is placed in a machine by Dr. Green, who reveals her plans to extract his healing factor and introduces him to the Silver Samurai, an electromechanical suit of Japanese armor with energized katanas made of adamantium. Mariko escapes from Harada, who believes he is acting in Mariko's interest, and manages to free Logan from the machine. Harada sees the error of his ways and is killed by the Silver Samurai while helping Logan escape. Now for the ending and the mid-credit scene. Alright, as always, you have 5 seconds to stop this video, go to the description box below, and fast forward to the time below. If you've seen the movie already, please continue. Alright, let's start. Okay, you've been warned. Meanwhile, Yukio arrives and kills Dr. Green as Logan fights the Silver Samurai. The Silver Samurai severs Logan's adamantium claws and begins to extract his healing abilities, revealing himself to be Yoshida, who had faked his death. Yoshida regains his youth, but Mariko intervenes and stabs Yoshida with Logan's severed claws. Logan regenerates his bone claws and kills Yoshida. Logan collapses and has one final hallucination of Jean in which he decides to finally let her go. Mariko becomes CEO of Yoshida Industries and bids Logan farewell as he prepares to leave Japan. Yukio vows to stay by Logan's side as his bodyguard, and they depart to places unknown. And that is the end of the movie. But however, in a mid-credit scene, Logan returns to the U.S. 2 years later and is approached at the airport by Charles Xavier and Eric Lensher, who warn him of a weapon humans are creating that would bring the end to the mutant race, which of course would lead into the events of X-Men Days of Future Past, which would be released the following year. End of story. So, what did I think of the Wolverine? Well, I thought this was a much more good film and what have you. I really thought this had a lot to offer and all that jazz. Unlike its predecessor, it did get positive reviews from the critics, with praise for its action sequences, production design, Jackman's performance, and thematic profundity. Though criticism was directed towards the climax, which I understand and what have you. The film did pretty well, doing better than the predecessor, making 414 million worldwide against its 100 to 132 million budget, making it the 5th highest grossing film in the X-Men franchise. Anyway, the film sits at 71% on Rotten Tomatoes, saying although its final act succumbs to the usual cartoonish antics, the film is one superhero movie that manages to stay true to the comics while keeping casual viewers entertained. Metacritic has a score of 61, while audiences polled by CinemaScore gave the film an average grade of an A-. Richard Roeper gave it a B+, praising Jackman's performance as strong, solid entertainment in a serious, sometimes dark, and deliberately paced story. Now, let's see. TV Guide gave it a good score, called it a rare comic to film adaptation that doesn't sacrifice substance for the sake of thrilling action. IGN gave it a pretty good score and stated the film is a standalone adventure with a classic character that reminds us that there's more to this genre than universe building and crossovers. The story paints a deep and compelling portrait of Logan, a haunted character that Jackman still finds new ways to play all these years later. Peter Travers says in Rolling Stone that felt that despite the film's final act was seen to CGI, well, crud. I'm gonna keep that. That's this way. I'm not going to say it bad. Jackman's performance still has the juice, and Mangold's directing shows style and snap. Anyway, that was pretty good and what have you. Anyway, so the reviews were mostly positive to mixed. After this, another film would be followed by Logan, released in March of 2017. Now the Wolverine was released on July 26, 2013. Again, as I've said before, did pretty well. Now, they originally wanted Darren Aronofsky to direct the film, but it was delayed due to his departure and the Tohoku earthquake and tsunami in March of 2011. And in June of that year, they brought in James Mangold, who recently directed Walk the Line and the remake of 3:10 to Yuma. And so I have to admit, I really like the direction Mangold goes for in this film. Definitely. This is a very good film and what have you. And I really think it has pretty good action and what have you. The cast is really good as well. Aside from Hugh Jackman, once again plays the titular character, aka Logan, but well, you probably already know the real name. We have Tao Okamoto as Mariko. She's pretty good. Rila Fukushima played Yukio, who did pretty good. Hiroyuki Sanada plays Shingen. Good. Um, and there's lots of others. Let's, but to my surprise, we had Famke Janssen reprising her role as Jean Grey, and playing Mariko's former lover Harada is William Lee, who actually this would be now it's who had recently played Karigi in Elektra 8 years prior. Now, Haruhiko Yamanouchi played Yoshida. Was pretty good. So everybody did pretty well and what have you. Now we do have cameos by Patrick Stewart and Ian McKellen as Professor X and Magneto. So anyway, The Wolverine is definitely a fun film. Sure, its climax does have its issues and what have you, but nevertheless, this film is pretty darn awesome. I really like it. So with everything said, would I recommend this film, The Wolverine? I'd say hell yeah, go for it. This is definitely a good film. Now, later on, there would be an unrated extended cut of the film, referred to as the Unleashed Extended Edition, released on Blu ray, featuring more blood and violence, extended action scenes, as well as additional footage during moments of character interaction, which I've never seen. Excuse me, everyone. I have to be honest with you, I'm just kind of having some issues lately. Anyway, The Wolverine is definitely a very cool film, so I think you'll really like it if you give it a shot. The film's currently available to stream on Disney Plus, just like the first one, which I forgot to bring up. So you can check out there if you can't find it on physical media, but I believe you can find it without much trouble. So, what did you think of the Wolverine? Let me know in the comment section below. If you like this video, click the like button, subscribe, be a part of the Big D Nation. Continue to help support my channel. Make it grow and make the views grow. And please, you're more than welcome to share my videos with your friends and what have you, so that way they can check out my channel as well. Anyway, join me next time when I give you a redo review of Logan, the third film, which again, like this one, I hope this the redo review of that will do much better than my original review of it. Enough said. So if you like this, check out some of my re-reviews for these other Marvel sequels. In the upper left-hand corner is my re-review of Iron Man 2 from 2010. The upper right-hand corner is my re-review of Spider-Man 2 from 2004. Or if you would like maybe another film released the same year, which isn't quite as good as the predecessor, but it's final. And that's Thor the Dark World, which of course was released the same year this was in 2013. And the bottom right hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying see ya, and in the words of the late great Stan the Man Lee, Excelsior! Bye now.